responsibility right now to break through obstructionism put up by the president to continue the investigations that we're pursuing right now. Just as an example, within the Intelligence Committee and the Oversight Committee, we're pressing for the financial records of the president through Deutsche Bank and his accounting firm to figure out, what are his ties to the Russians. This is material that I don't think that the Mueller team necessarily pursued, because the president had put a red line around it, and I think the Mueller team, based on what we can tell, decided not to cross that red line. So this is potentially new material that hopefully would move some independent-minded folks on the other side, depending on what the results are. But at the end of the day, this can't be about party. It has to be about our country and what's best for our country. I do believe the president has done some very bad things, and now we have to hold him accountable.
How? I mean, doesn't the Constitution provide the instrument for holding him accountable right in front of you?
Absolutely, but on the other hand, basically going toward an impeachment process without making sure that we have done our homework and have the case to win the approval of the American people and to get a conviction in the Senate may not be the best course. So
forgive, we just have half a minute left. Forgive. Yes. You and I always use baseball analogies. Are you essentially saying we're not going to begin the game until we know we can win it?
I think what I'm saying is we have to make sure that we go down the path where we can actually achieve the intended result. And right now, going into the impeachment process without having done all our homework is not what my constituents want, and I think that it's not necessarily the best course.
Representative Roger Krishnamurthy of Illinois, thanks so much for being back with us.
Thank you so much.
Bild is a tabloid, a German daily newspaper best known for blaring headlines, fleshy photos, and breathless coverage of gossip and scandals. But this week, the newspaper ran a kippah on its front page, a Jewish skull cap which signifies reverence for God above. It's blue and white with stars of David. Readers could cut out the kippah and wear it. Wear it so that your friends and neighbors can see it, wrote Julian Reichelt, the paper's editor-in-chief. Explain to your children what the kippah is. Post a photograph with the kippah on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Go out into the streets with it. The newspaper printed the cutout kippah after Felix Klein, the German government special representative for anti-Semitism, told a German newspaper group that because of the increase in attacks against Jews, quote, I can no longer recommend Jews wear a kippah at every time and place in Germany. Government minister said later he only meant to bring attention to the problem, but Julian Rupke, a Bild columnist, wrote, if even only one person here can't safely wear a kippah, then the answer can only be we're all going to wear a kippah. Anti-Semitic hate crimes are on the rise in Germany, 20% over the last year. About 200,000 Jews now live in Germany, 74 years after the defeat of the Nazi regime that tried to extinguish. There is no decorous way to put this. Every single Jewish person in Germany and the European continent. The way in which so many Germans have tried to face up to and atone for their country's historic crimes is an important part of what makes Germany respected in the world today. But as Simon Schama, the historian and author of The Story of the Jews, told us from London this week, once the condition of tolerating Jews was visibility, yellow badges, and red hats. Better to mark them up for abuse and discrimination. Now the condition is for invisibility. The message is the same. Sorry, but you know how it is. Jews can't choose how they appear in public. It's for their own good. Which is why it was heartening this week to see Germany's most popular and flashy newspaper make a bold splash on its front page with a kippah. They encourage people to don the skull cap as a symbol of faith in a society where people won't be terrorized by bigotry and fear.
listening to WHYY. Still ahead on Weekend Edition. Bad as it was, the flooding in Tulsa could have been much worse. Levees built in World War II held, but only because of an around-the-clock effort to fix them. And this isn't just a Tulsa problem. Stay tuned for that story.
Supporting WHYY, Pella Windows and Doors. You can keep the outside noise outside with Pella's new Lifestyle series, with double and triple pane glass options for sound control and energy efficiency. To learn more or to schedule an appointment, PellaPhilly.com. And Coast of Maine, offering handcrafted organic compost, soils, and fertilizers since 1996. Coast of Maine believes in buying local. You can learn more and try their online store locator at coastofmaine.com.
Supporting WHYY, Meadowwood Senior Living, where every day is filled with opportunities to enhance wellness through fitness classes, clubs, lectures, entertainment, and spiritual activities. The choices are yours. Learn more at meadowwood.net. It all begins with you.
I'm Giles Snyder with these headlines. Police in Virginia Beach described the suspect in yesterday's shooting that left 12 people dead as a disgruntled public employee, but they have not said more about what may have spurred the attack. Authorities say the suspect was killed in an extended gun battle with police. Teachers in West Virginia are gathering at the state capitol today as the Republican-led state Senate considers a bill that would overhaul West Virginia's public education system. And Missouri's sole remaining clinic that provides abortions will remain open for now. A circuit court judge has granted a temporary restraining order, allowing the facility in St. Louis to keep operating until at least a hearing on Tuesday. The state had threatened to deny the clinic's license. I'm Giles Snyder, NPR News from Washington.
Support for NPR comes from this station and from Babbel, an interactive language program that teaches travel, business, and casual conversation skills in a new language, like Polish. Available in the App Store or online at Babbel, BABBEL.com. And from the Carnegie Corporation of New York, supporting innovations in education, democratic engagement, and the advancement of international peace and security. More information is available online at Carnegie.
This is Weekend Edition from NPR News. I'm Scott Norman. What Special Counsel Robert Mueller said last week is going to stay with many people for a long time. There were multiple systematic efforts to interview somebody who's going to stay with many people for that time. Deserve the attention of every American. NPR's Miles Parks covers election security. He joins us in the studios. Miles, thanks so much for being with us.
Yeah, absolutely.
Of course, you watched the special counsel's statement. You've been following the investigation since it began. What did you notice you'd like to draw our attention to?
Well, when I saw from Special Counsel Mueller's statement, I could be slightly affected by all this talk about obstruction and impeachment. President Trump, regardless of what happens, I think Special Counsel Mueller really...
Chris Tomlin, Amazing Grace. Sometimes it's music.
Social media campaigns are still going on to try and polarize the American public, and the voting system, the American electoral infrastructure, is still this huge target that can actually get into that choice system.
Let's stay with this. Because Congress did allocate, I guess it was $400 million for election security, didn't they?
They did indeed, but I think it's important for people to think about the American ecosystem of voting as a lot more than just protecting all the different ways that voters interact with democracy. You have to go online to a website and check where your polling place is. You want to go on the internet and you want to see from a media organization what the results were, what the margin of victory is. You want to make sure when you go to your polling place that that data is correct and that you're going to be able to get in and out of there. Because a lot of them are connected to the internet.
What has been done since 2016 to try and circumvent some of the problems?
There's a lot that has been done. As you mentioned, Congress allocated money to improve election security, and state houses have begun to take over the data on the Homeland Security. It's also stepped up their efforts to monitor cyber cities